one time I took my phone out, that was when I used to follow like World Star. And and as soon as it popped up, it was like 2 girls twerking. I had to throw my phone so my mama wouldn't see it.
What do you want to take 3?
Does the media do a good job at censorship and ratings?
I think so, yes.
Like when it first came out, like Instagram, they didn't do a great job at that, but now they've started to take more action on it.
The media doesn't do a good job of censorship because they try too hard to be something that they're not.
I think with some things they do, but with some things maybe a little too far.
Does the media do a good job at censorship and ratings when it comes to inappropriate content?
No.
They're getting better at it.
Maybe, but kids don't listen to it.
Instagram just got rid of like 1,000 different pages that are posting inappropriate content, so Instagram's getting better at it.
Yeah.
Define inappropriate content.
Ooh.
There's different types, I guess.
Why?
Instagram, they like delete like a bunch of meme pages that post like controversial type stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like the type of page that posts like a 9/11 joke or something like that. Something that's not like dark humor type stuff.
But there's also like sexual content that also isn't
Something to be judged.
appropriate.
Like people really spend the time to like post that on their
And make
feed.
edits. Like,
Yes, they make edits for stuff like that. Like, that's stupid, bro.
And like you think like you're following like a funny account and then they like promote like those like sexual things and then you like see that when you're like scrolling on your feed and then
You can't put
have you
your
guys
phone
ever
out
like
in public anymore.
Yeah.
Like, one time I took my phone out, that was when I used to follow like World Star.
Yes.
And as soon as it popped up, it was like 2 girls twerking. I had to throw my phone so my mama wouldn't see
There's
it.
like things like that. It's just like you follow like certain accounts that you think that are like a meme, like funny stuff, and then they like post stuff like that like after a while.
But also every time if I turn on the news and all I hear is negative things after negative things, I don't want to watch the news.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like the news is just, it's just all like, just one opinion based.
Yeah.
Like Fox News is like pro-Trump and then CNN's anti-Trump and it's just.
I just feel like the news is just negative and negative.
Yeah.
Like it just gets more negative like each day and like there's more politics brought into it.
Yes,
There's
I
more
hate
like hatred towards certain thing.
I feel like some of like the newscasters, they feel entitled to their opinion. Because like when you speak of like with Trump, like somebody will go like on and on about the negative. As soon as somebody says like one thing positive, they like completely shut it off and just change the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have open-minded people in the news anymore.
Yeah.
And the news is just the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
That's true.
y'all notice, like, every time y'all watch the news, like, the first thing that comes on there is say breaking news, and then da-da-da-da-da. Like, they never start out with nothing positive. Like, it's always...
Yeah.
What is the media's responsibility in censorship and ratings?
They actually have to show like news, like real facts.
Yeah.
Because most of the stuff they show on the news is most likely like opinions or is a controversial topic. Like, they don't just stick to the one topic and talk about it anymore.
I think it used to be like that too. Like I think they used to sit there and like actually talk about the topic with like different people, like sitting there, you know?
Yeah.
And they'd actually like conversate like over like
It's
what
not
their
good for
opinions
ratings
and, you know? I'd like to hear like some opinions and different opinions like on the news. Like I don't want to just hear one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is inappropriate content too easy to access?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Everybody has a phone. Everybody has like a smartphone these days that are able to access anything.
Way
On the internet.
And Google.
You don't know what's real anymore.
Right.
Yeah, like on those sites or like on YouTube, like you was like, this is age restricted. Are you 18? You can just click yes.
Right.
And it'll automatically
know.
just show it.
Yeah.
You can lie about your age.
And I feel like so many parents are like blind to that because they don't know what kids are capable of doing.
Yeah.
So they don't check the
Yeah.
phones or...
Most of the time, teenagers, I know I do, we take advantage of them. Like, I'm not take advantage, but we don't think about our safety that much.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if I'm home alone, I'll just hop in the car and like go somewhere without telling my dad.
Yeah, and then they get mad. They're like, where are you going?
And then you'd be like, why are you tripping? I didn't even do anything bad. But then you realize like, they don't know.
Where you're going.
Like,
If
you
the
coulda
oven
had
would have
some-
caught on fire and they thought you were still in the house, they probably thought you died along with it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Or
a
they're going
safety
out of their
issue.
way trying to save you, but you're not even there.
Yeah.
And then they get hurt.
I'd
in
be
it,
mad
you know?
if I was my dad. Shoot.
Have you ever watched any content that you thought was innocent based on its rating, but then found out that the rating should have been harsher?
Yes. All the time.
That clickbait stuff is.
Yeah, there's like just things like everything is like on social media. Everything's on YouTube. So like,
Right.
of course, people are going to do things like that they think that are funny, but are really destroying like kids and like other people like when they're watching it. So
Right.
Who should be responsible in those situations? The parents or the media?
The media.
Yeah, I think
a little bit of both. Like the media should be responsible, but also parents should like know what their kids are watching.
Right.
So.
It's also be the person who's actually posting the stuff as well, too.
And like the thumbnail can be completely different from the actual like video.
Do you feel like censorship has gotten more lenient since you were younger?
I don't remember like being on electronics and like
Yeah,
YouTube.
I was
and
like,
that
as a
kind of
kid,
stuff.
I was like riding my
Playing
bike thinking it was a
outside.
car, you know, like.
Yeah.
I think now for kids now, it's harder to like have things restricted because everything is on
A phone.
on
Yeah.
like media and all that. There's just a lot more, you know.
How has this conversation changed the way you view this topic?
It lets you, like, if I have a kid, it lets me know, like, I gotta be more technological savvy.
Yeah,
Like, I gotta know, like, what they're looking at.
Yeah.
for sure.
Because when I grew up, like, my mom had, like, it was something like Life 360, but it was called screen time. Like, she can, like, turn off my phone anytime she wants to, or, like, set restrictions on it. Like, I took that for granted because I'm probably gonna do that with my kid because you never know, like, what's going on around here.
Right. Just be like it just taught me to be like a more responsible like parent or like sister almost to like watch over my brothers to make sure, you know.
Yeah.
So.
If you could make one phone call to finish processing this topic, who would you call?
Dang.
Probably talk to like the company, like YouTube as a company.
Yeah. Or like
They really need help.
Or
because
like just Apple or like you know like Galaxy, like just talk to them like Androids and all
The
them,
phone
like,
companies.
companies and stuff like that.
Instagram too.
Yeah.
And Snapchat.
Snapchat is really easy for people to get caught up
Oh yeah.
because
they
now
think
have
that they can
thing.
delete everything and like
It's still there.
everything
though.
just gets like deleted and stuff, but it doesn't.
They have like the Bitmojis that show your location and
Yeah,
stuff.
even like
But-
Google Maps, like you can literally like look at somebody's house. Like you can see like their actual house on Google Maps and like find out like their address and like where they live and literally just drive there. Like you don't even need like an address anymore because
Right.
you can just go on there and look at it.
Never really thought about that. That is creepy.
Like
No, like
Google
that's
Earth.
kind of like sketchy. I do not like that.
That's wild,